eternal Nile, lifeblood of a civilization. Along the fertile banks of the Nile River, one of the greatest civilizations in human history was born. For more than 3,000 years, ancient Egypt flourished in the harsh desert landscape of northeastern Africa, sustained by the predictable flooding of the Nile. Each year, the river overflowed its banks, depositing rich black silt across the land. This natural cycle transformed an arid environment into a cradle of agriculture, power, and culture. Without the Nile, there would have been no Egypt, no pharaohs, no pyramids, and no enduring legacy carved in stone. The geography of Egypt shaped its destiny. Protected by deserts to the east and west, by the Mediterranean Sea to the north, and by cataracts along the southern Nile, Egypt enjoyed natural defenses that allowed its civilization to grow in relative stability. This stability fostered innovation in architecture, religion, governance, and art. It gave rise to a centralized state ruled by divine kings pharaohs who claimed to be living gods on earth. The rise of the pharaohs, divine kingship and absolute power. At the heart of ancient Egyptian civilization stood the pharaoh, a ruler believed to be the earthly embodiment of the god Horus and the son of Ra, the sun god. The unification of Upper and Lower Egypt around 3100 BCE, traditionally attributed to King Narmer, marked the beginning of dynastic rule. From that moment forward, Egypt would be governed by a succession of powerful dynasties, each leaving its mark on history. The pharaoh was more than a political leader. He was a divine mediator between gods and people. His duty was to maintain Mat, the sacred balance of order, truth, and justice in the universe. Every temple constructed, every law enacted, and every military campaign launched was seen as part of this cosmic responsibility. Through monumental inscriptions and colossal statues, the pharaoh's image projected strength, eternity, and divine authority. Yet behind the grandeur stood a complex bureaucracy. Viziers, scribes, architects, priests, and laborers formed the machinery of the state. Their collective efforts made possible the astonishing achievements that continue to inspire awe today. The Age of Pyramids. Engineering the impossible during the Old Kingdom, often called the Age of the Pyramids, Egyptian ambition reached unprecedented heights. The most iconic symbols of this era are the Pyramids of Giza, constructed during the 4th Dynasty. The Great Pyramid, built for Pharaoh Khufu, once stood at 146 meters tall and remained the tallest human-made structure in the world for nearly 4,000 years. The precision of the Great Pyramid continues to astonish engineers and historians alike. Its massive limestone blocks, some weighing several tons, were transported, shaped, and positioned with remarkable accuracy. Contrary to popular myths, the pyramids were not built by slaves, but by skilled laborers who worked in organized teams. Archaeological evidence reveals worker villages, bakeries, breweries, and medical facilities, indicating a well-managed and respected workforce. The pyramids were not merely tombs. They were cosmic monuments. Their alignment with cardinal directions and celestial bodies reflected the Egyptians' profound understanding of astronomy. These structures symbolized a stairway to the heavens, ensuring the pharaoh's transformation into an eternal god among the stars. The afterlife. Death as a journey, not an end. For the ancient Egyptians, death was not a final destination, but a transition. Life on earth was temporary. Eternity awaited beyond the grave. This belief shaped nearly every aspect of Egyptian culture, from burial practices to architecture. Mummification was central to this vision of immortality. The body had to be preserved so that the soul composed of elements, such as the Ka and the Ba, could recognize and return to it. The process involved removing internal organs, drying the body with natron salts, and wrapping it meticulously in linen. Organs were stored in canopic jars, each protected by a specific deity. Inside tombs, walls were adorned with detailed paintings and hieroglyphic texts. Among the most significant was the Book of the Dead, a collection of spells and instructions designed to guide the deceased safely through the underworld. The heart of the deceased would be weighed against the feather of mat in the hall of judgment. Only those found worthy would enter the eternal paradise known as the Field of Reeds. Temples and gods, a universe alive with divinity. Religion permeated every corner of Egyptian life. The pantheon of gods was vast and complex, reflecting natural forces, cosmic principles, and human emotions. Re sailed across the sky each day in his solar boat, only to journey through the underworld at night. Osiris ruled the realm of the dead, symbolizing rebirth and renewal. Isis embodied motherhood and magic, while Anubis guided souls in the afterlife. Temples were not places of public worship, as in modern religions. They were sacred houses for the gods, where priests performed daily rituals to sustain divine harmony. Massive temple complexes such as Karnak and Luxor stood as architectural masterpieces, their towering columns carved with intricate reliefs depicting rituals, offerings, and royal victories. Through these rituals, Egyptians believed they sustained the universe itself. If the gods were neglected, chaos would return. Thus, religion and governance were inseparable, reinforcing the authority of the pharaoh and the unity of the state. The New Kingdom, empire and expansion centuries after the first pyramids were built, Egypt entered a new phase of power during the New Kingdom. This era witnessed military expansion, diplomatic alliances, and extraordinary wealth. Pharaohs such as Hatshepsut, Thutmose III, and Ramses II projected Egyptian influence far beyond the Nile Valley. Hatshepsut, one of the few female pharaohs, ruled with remarkable success. She commissioned impressive architectural projects, including her mortuary temple at Deir el-Bahari, and expanded trade networks that brought exotic goods from distant lands. Ramses II, often called Ramses the Great, became legendary for his military campaigns and monumental constructions. His temples at Abu Simbel, carved directly into solid rock, remain among the most breathtaking achievements of ancient engineering. Yet even at its height, Egypt faced internal struggles and external pressures. Over time, foreign invasions, economic strain, and political fragmentation weakened the once mighty empire. Hieroglyphs and knowledge, the written legacy, the story of ancient Egypt might have remained forever silent were it not for the survival of its writing system. Hieroglyphs' intricate symbols representing sounds and ideas covered temple walls, papyrus scrolls, and monuments. For centuries, their meaning was lost to history. In 1799, the discovery of the Rosetta Stone provided the key to deciphering these ancient inscriptions. Scholars eventually unlocked the language, revealing a civilization that recorded everything from religious hymns to medical treatments and mathematical calculations. Egyptian achievements in science and engineering were profound. They developed a solar calendar, practiced advanced medicine, and constructed architectural marvels with astonishing precision. Their knowledge influenced later civilizations, including the Greeks and Romans, shaping the foundations of Western thought. Decline and rediscovery. From empire to legend, by the first millennium BCE, Egypt's power had diminished. It fell under the rule of foreign powers, including the Persians, the Greeks under Alexander the Great, and eventually the Romans. The last pharaoh, Cleopatra VII, marked the end of ancient Egyptian sovereignty when Egypt became a province of the Roman Empire in 30 BCE. For centuries, the sands of time buried temples and tombs. Ancient Egypt became a land of mystery and myth. Then, in the 19th and 20th centuries, archaeological discoveries reignited global fascination. The excavation of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922 revealed treasures of unimaginable beauty and preserved a vivid snapshot of royal life. Today, ongoing research continues to uncover new secrets hidden beneath the desert sands. Advanced technologies, such as ground-penetrating radar and DNA analysis, are shedding light on unanswered questions about pyramid construction, royal lineages, and daily life. Eternal legacy. The enduring power of stone and story ancient Egypt endures not merely as a chapter in history, but as a symbol of humanity's quest for immortality and meaning. The pyramids still rise against the horizon, silent yet commanding. Their stones whisper stories of ambition, devotion, ingenuity, and faith. The secrets of the pharaohs are not fully revealed. Each discovery deepens our understanding while reminding us of how much remains unknown. In the shadow of the pyramids, we are confronted with a timeless truth. Civilizations may fall, but their stories can transcend millennia. As the Nile continues its eternal flow, so too does the legacy of ancient Egypt, an enduring testament to the power of human imagination, belief, and determination.